Hey everyone, this is episode 7 where we build our first branch line to Hull and back. Stay tuned. Hello everyone and welcome to my OpenTTD series episode 8. Today we start here in Kingston-Upon-Hull and connect it to our East Coast main line over here. Let me show you where that is. That's over all this way over here. We've built that in the last couple of videos, going from York all the way down to London, and I've been adding London King's Cross there on our tube network, and that's what we're going to do today. So what we are going to do is start in Kingston-Upon-Hull, create our usual sort of depot system, that sort of thing here for both fast and local services, and create a line going down following the route of kind of the real world railways through Hessel. We'll create a couple of other little towns and villages upon the way towards Selby, where then the branch line will diverge into like a T-junction onto the main line. So that's going to get a bit interesting when we're trying to put some services onto the fast lines here with the overhead cables, or to the slow lines here on the kind of western side of things. So we'll get into the building in a second. A couple of comments that I've had in the chat or direct messages to me through other means is around the slow experiment of getting the trains to move slower out of the depots and in the yards to the trains. Now, did have a couple of false starts on that on the last episode, I'm not going to lie on that. What I wanted to do is I left that in there just to kind of show the kind of things I've tried, things I've I guess got wrong. You know, these aren't supposed to be perfectly manicured videos as much as I like them to be, but they're trying to show you all the little things that I've done, tried, tested, experimented with, removed and that sort of thing. So hopefully these videos have a broad audience, people who like kind of pure just building without all that fuss around experimenting, but then also just trying things in a slightly different way to maybe what you might do through vanilla. And I've got a few ideas of kind of expanding on that experimentation in maybe future episodes, maybe playing a bit more with speed restrictions, that sort of thing, with timetabling, and maybe using some of the cool functions around like day length factor and ticks per minute. So rather than having a date in the bottom, we have a time, so that might help us with timetabling or schedule dispatching trains every hour or so from the kind of home base, that sort of thing. So let's go back over to Hull, and we'll get building. We'll do the fast forward thing, and if there's anything worthy of a mention, I'll slow it down so you can hear any kind of overlays of any kind of commentary that I'm going to do. So let's get building. Right everyone, I'm back. I'll just explain a few of the steps that I've done here at Selby. I've created this kind of T-junction here for services that are running on the kind of local services from Selby North, and so from this branch line they only join the slower lines that are on the left here, so they go under the fast lines which are on the more right hand side, the more easterly points, so they bypass those. And a little bit of a wiggle in the junction, trying to keep the signal spacing, particularly on the fast line, to I think it's 9 tiles. Yeah, so signal spacing of 10, because the signal spacing up here is the gap between the signals. So if you want a signal spacing of 10, you need to put 11. So I've got 9. My longest train length is 8. That kind of works out quite nicely. Put the signals in. Over here on the kind of southern end of the junction, this gives the option of services going to both, or to and from both, the fast line here and the slower line here. What we've got is the bridges over so that there's no disruption to the main line, but then at the, I guess on the branch line junctions, they're just on the just one level, so they could cause disruption if there's any coming in the path. But I think that's a bit more realistic than just creating always that services, if they're going in opposite directions, won't stop themselves at junctions. So that's that. So we've got that line, put in the new towns at varying sizes of Howden, scroll up to Gilberdyke. Bruff was quite a small little village or town, so that was probably slightly smaller than I wanted, but it'll slowly increase in size. Through Hessel, although the train station at Hessel I think is on the more coastline, but put it slightly inland a little bit. And then we've got the main Kingston-Upon-Hull station. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to build the depot in the same style as we've done elsewhere. So I'll build the depot and see what we've got from that point onwards. Right, see you in a minute. everyone, so we're back after building the depot down in Hull. So we've done a split depot here, one for the high-speed trains that will get running and one for the more local services. So we'll have 6-length trains and 8-length trains using the same yard. That might get a bit complicated on the timetables, but we'll come to that later on. And we've got some kind of very bland and generic stations, so we'll get those looking good if we can during this episode, this section of the video, or we'll save that for another episode. So let's get some trains running, because I think I've been recording for about half an hour. Hopefully through the fast forward you wouldn't have seen kind of had to sit through all of that time. So what we're going to do today is use the British Rail Class 121. I remember going on many of these services. Don't have very good passenger size because it's just a single engine unit, so we're going to have to put a few together on this one, unless we can get some rolling stock to join with it. Let's have a look. Does that make it? No, that's not the same. There is always a British Rail set we need to find. Let's see what we've got. Sometimes these can be added together, sometimes they can't, so I won't get too upset if not. There's some down here. If not, we'll just lump a couple of engine units together rather than looking for something which is a passenger carriage. What you need to do is find the ones that are similar. We could have run a Dutch train on this service. Yeah, these are all like not coaches for the high speed services, so yeah, that doesn't look the best. Same for these. So I think what we're going to have to do here, that's a different GRF set. So you can see here the GRF name is at the bottom. There's a setting on that. I think I showed that an earlier video of how to switch that on in a setting. Let's have a look. Let's see if we do a. What does that look like? That's 62 miles, 48. Let's see what that one looks like. That looks like yellowy sort of thing. Can we put that on? Okay. Maybe mix up some services on here. So let's see if we can. Maybe let's try that. That looks quite good, doesn't it? The yellowy, unless we change the colour to more of a British Rail blue. Oh no, I don't like that style. See, that's the more traditional livery that we're used to. But I think this Dutch one looks quite good. What should we do then? Let's get rid of all those. Let's do the Dutch train. Let's start that off properly again. So let's do this. What does this one look like? Should have really done a bit of research before, but let's have a look. So that's 63 miles an hour, 62, so fairly the same. Capacities. 150 in the 2, so that is slightly larger. So let's go with that one then. Let's try. I've sourced it by introduction date. Oops. Let's get that on the screen so you can see it. So let's do that, and let's put a couple of carriages in between if we can do that as well, just to help beef up the capacity. Although, like I said before, that doesn't look good, does it? In the middle, not an express one, is that? So maybe it just needs to stay like that, unless it's refittable to other construction year livery, original livery, renewal livery. Okay, they're very liveries at this point. Look very similar. I do like the yellow. It's a year dependent livery. So that's quite good. So let's it's going to be a local service. 150 passengers does feel quite good. Maybe we need a double. Put it like that. Okay, so we're going to do our usual setup. So we're going to come out here into the train line twice. There's no loading and no unloading. Same here. We'll then, before that, we'll go back to the depot. It should always go. I think that's set up like that. Then we'll go to Hull twice. The last one we unload all. Then we go to Hessel twice. We then go to Brough twice. Go to Gilberdike twice. Howden twice. Selby twice. All the way up to York. But when we get to York, we want to go in these platforms that go back, so we're going to make sure we do some. Go on the slow line. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that any services that are going back to Selby, so we could put a waypoint here. Let's try and find our waypoint. That's a speed reduction. Let's use this one. So if we put that, let's put, extend this wiggle a little bit. Just help so we can put the waypoint. So if we put the waypoint here, at least we know what it's about. It's related to the station. I don't want it too far down the line because we might not see it. Okay, so this waypoint is York Slow South. Entry and exit's kind of the same, so when we leave York for Selby we go, actually we do want, we'll move that, don't we? Let's remove that side, leave it like that. Maybe change the name of that one. That's up here, York Slow South, exit. Okay. So it goes from York to there. So that's going to help us then when we go here for these. So we can go if entry direction is back of signal, and then if next order is select target, that one, then deny. Okay, so that's that one's gone in blue, and we'll just link those two together. We'll share them because they'll end up having the same orders. And then when we get to here, just to be safe, what we'll do is copy that. And we can insert in here, deny. And then we can allow. Just like the opposite. Okay. So everyone gets denied unless the train's entering from the back and the next order is south slow exit. Okay, and then we can copy that or share that between those two. So it says there, shared by two signals. Okay, so slow exit, Selby, Howden, Gilberdike, Brough. Unload. So that looks quite good. So let's see how that looks like. And we've got speed restrictions over here, like we did before. So let's see what this looks like then. Let's get this going, see what it looks like, and then we can fast forward a little bit, see how the train's doing. So let's unpause and see how that's going. Let's make sure these are let's change those to middle. So it's going at the speed limit. Let's watch that for a bit. Oops, we've got some problems down here, so let's take a look at that whilst what's going on. So I can't find a path to continue. What's going on? I just need to turn it round. Okay, it looks like some of the standard. Don't think it's finding the... that's interesting. Why cannot that find so let's just double... Ah, so that's not a tractile piece, that's why. This piece here in the middle isn't doesn't have a... That's annoying. So if I go to metro stations and... Where's metro stations? I've caused confusion because that's not a tile with a train line underneath. So there we go. First time I've done that, but is that the same for that one? Probably is, isn't it? Let's just be safe. Hopefully they'll automate themselves nicely. So we've got this one going. Let's double check what's going on at King's Cross whilst that's running. So we've got 451 passengers want to go via the City of London, so they want to go... How are they getting... so they want to go that way around. Kind of clockwise. I'm sure I had two lots of... Yeah, I had two lots of... One going clockwise, one going counterclockwise. But they're not... We're all going in the same. Let's do a bit of fault finding whilst we're here. So got this one, which is there. Got this one, which is there. So we can call those two 4 and 6 counterclockwise. We've got 3 and 5, which are doing the same journey. So we need to tell them that they need to be on the outer line. I guess the easiest way we can do that is with a waypoint to force them to go that way. So before these two get to... Let's have a look. You see, they've already got a waypoint, haven't they? Is that because the waypoint's on board? No. Maybe it's because they got stuck. Maybe just send that one out this way. This one is going to King's Cross. He wants to go to the City of London next. So when that's out there, what we can do is we can cut that across there. We can stop the other one. Can't we? Move that. So we're forcing it to turn around just to fix it for now. We're on to a winner, so let's keep an eye on those two whilst we're watching that one as well. Oh, that one needs to turn around as well, doesn't it? Maybe I'll leave that in as a bit of a cross so they can kind of sort themselves out a bit. I'll have a crisscross in there. I don't normally like crisscrosses, but we'll leave it in there, see how they're going. So there's lots of trains in here. They just seem really slow at the minute. Where's that one going? So that's all stay for 0 days. So it should be in and out really quickly. Don't look like that's happening though, is they? So that's... that's the Westminster one. Where's the other one? Let's double check that one. Let's leave our new train up there. So that one's here now. They seem to be going down nicely now. So just waiting for them to go. Just keep an eye on these two. Junction seems to be working nicely. So when we get up here, let's check that our lights or the signal settings that we did here work quite nicely. So they go in there and reverse out. I guess they could at the minute. There's no other services coming this way, but we're going to future-proof what we're doing just to make it slightly easier. So well as that's going round, how far are we away? This looks like the newer version of that one. Quite a way away. So that's waiting for a free path. Why is that waiting for a free path? Are these because they're all... I use the wrong signal type, so they actually do allow themselves to go backwards. Yeah, it is, isn't it? So I need to fix that in between. And it looks like... let's see, does that find its way into Paddington? No, I think it's these station tiles that I've been experimenting with, making things look nice. It's obviously backfired a bit. So let's get that going again. So it's not, yeah, so I need to change these, don't I, to one-way signals. That's where the problem is, they are not one-way signals. Let's just double check when they particularly get to the junctions that they are one-way signals. Because otherwise, we are screwed. So there we go, so that's gone in as anticipated. Gone all around to the end of York, and it's on its way back. Good. So that's working nicely. Let's leave that going. Let's just double check what's going down in London. Get there quick enough. The train 5 is lost. Which one is train 5? It'll tell us in a second. Why is train 5 saying it's lost? It's trying to get to London King's Cross, but it cannot. Yeah, sorry there for the jump cut on the video editing. Someone's at my door. So back at it, trying to figure out why this one can't reach London King's Cross. We should have a... they should be able to go through that. Ah, is it because this is a block signal and can't see those? Let's try forcing it through. Oh, didn't like, maybe I've used the wrong track. Third rail. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this where they just have plain metro stations, because it seems to be annoying me that some of these. So I'll wait for that one to get out of the way so I don't cause a crash. Turn it round and let's go. Let's see if that gets in. No, I'm not getting in again. So because that's not third rail. Right, answers on a postcard. What's going wrong? It's late because of the signal. So let me remove these crosses. Let's go back to single one-way signals. Let's try again. That seemed to work, so I don't know if that's the signals in the tunnels. Answers on a postcard, please. Not seen that behaviour before. I'll be careful then when I'm beautifying some of the stations here. So we've got this train. Oh, it's nearly on its way back. This first train. And let's see, we do have some passengers. Probably quite full, isn't it? Might need a few services running on this line. Okay, there's quite a lot there. But where do all the the whole townsfolk want to go? Most of them want to go to York, and then they want to go on to Marlow. How does that work then? If they want to go to Marlow, Vihezl to Reading North. Be good if cargo distribution kind of told you where. I guess all of these are then going. Most of them going through York, unless it's like Gilberdike, you know, the stops on the way. So most of them want to just go all the way down. Like we've got the smaller. So there's that. Cannot reach train. How did I do that wrong? Ah, yeah. How do you move that up? I thought you could lift and drag. Maybe it was shift. Yep. Manage order. I'm sure there was one where you could drag and drop. So we'll delete that one. And there we need to go there. So let's go. I can skip there. No loading. No loading. It's not going to allow the timetable to work itself out, but look, and it slowed itself down ready, so that's working. You see, cannot find a path to continue. So what's going on there? Okay, again, it's the these blooming. I don't know what's going on. So where's that trying to go? So that's heading for Paddington. So there's plane. Third rail. When's that working? It's really annoying me now. Standard gauge rail. So I accidentally did the wrong tiles. Do I need to stop him? So we've got the third rail. So that's the Paddington. Oh, I cannot reach the yard. That's gone wrong. So let's turn him round and put standard. going to annoy me. That's gone wrong. Especially when it's going at 30 miles an hour. I can't find a path to continue. Okay, bugger this up as well. So, high. That's annoying, isn't it? Let's put a standard gauge in that. So that's not going to work, is it? So we're going to have to, I think in between episodes I'll just tidy this up, get that timetable fixed. I also want to experiment with something slightly different for the high-speed train. Make sure they don't get in the way of each other. So I think what I'll do, we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. It's not gone smoothly today. A few things that I've got in our way. Mainly just errors that I've made. So we're learning as we go along. Hopefully all of the bits here are all fixed. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll get them fixed in between the videos. And I can showcase you that next time. So yeah, goodbye and see you next time.